Welcome to the Lee Sports Village. Manchester United taking on Everton. 5 games of the WSL season left to go, and a tricky run-in for Mark Skinner's side as they chase down Champions League football at the end of the season. This one is the first of that tricky spell. West Ham away next, followed by Chelsea, City and Arsenal in the final 3 games of the season. Manchester United know that picking up points somewhere down that line, absolutely crucial if they're going to qualify for the Champions League. I would feel that today and West Ham, their best opportunity to get those points in the bag, and then anything that comes after that, a real bonus for Manchester United. Alongside me for this one, Manchester United winger. I'm calling you a winger, midfielder, jack of all trades, class of '92 member Ben Thornley. Opportunity here for Manchester United to get some more points on the board and try and increase that cushion to Manchester City below them in the table. Yeah,
and also to put a little bit of pressure onto Arsenal, who kick off a little bit later on this afternoon. But as you quite rightly pointed out, they've got a really tricky run-in towards the end of the season. So you feel as though the game today, the game at West Ham next up, if they can take maximum points, then they'll get themselves in a really good position to go into those really hard final 3 games.
All players take a knee as Manchester United get us underway. Ella Toone back to Maya Letitia, who pumps it long downfield. Leah Galton looking to get on the end of that. Everton send the ball out of play over on that far side for a throw-in, which is quickly taken by Anna Sandberg. Absolutely brilliant that United have got the backup for Gabby George in Sandberg, whose delivery when she's had an opportunity this season has been a real highlight of her game. Another long ball down the left. Leah Galton does really well, wriggles clear of Heather Payne, sends it back to Sandberg, who finds Dominique Janssen. Janssen, who has been played for the majority of the season in midfield, but has vast experience at playing centre-half, both at club level and international level as well. So a like-for-like replacement for Millie in Manchester United's back 4. Toone leaves this for Janssen. Janssen's going to come back to Maya Letitia, the deepest lying Manchester United player, and she's on the edge of the centre circle inside the Everton half as United force them deeper and deeper down this left-hand side. Tony Payne steps out, makes a challenge on Dominique Janssen. Everton have possession back and are now trying to move the ball the opposite way. Everton have turned United round here. Janssen's going to try and get back to Tony Payne, who picks the ball up on the edge of the penalty area, drives towards the byline. It's well defended in the end from Dominique Janssen, who sends the ball behind for a corner.
Yeah, decent break from Everton, just as I was looking in the very early stages that the game was going to become very condensed in one area of the field, and one tackle and one pass, and all of a sudden United have to defend a corner.
So this corner being taken away to our left-hand side, and is going to be delivered into the penalty area now. Floated into the box. Van Havermaet gets up. There is a shot inside the penalty area. Oh, it's been turned home. Oh, there's handball. The referee says that has struck an arm on the way through, and Manchester United get away with it. Catch us nice.
Very eagle-eyed.
United are breaking the opposite direction. That's a good ball from Grace Clinton to find Leah Galton. Ella Toone takes over, finds Hinata Miyazawa. Miyazawa plays between the lines to Bizet. Bizet, who has been incredible in terms of the assists that she's made so far this season. Gets Manchester United moving again. Elizabeth Tell into the back post. It was floated into the penalty area brilliantly. Grace Clinton picking out the centre forward who slid in. She made contact, but she couldn't get it on target.
No, it's a great ball. It really is. It has the Everton defenders all backpedaling, and it was just out of reach, wasn't it? You could argue that maybe she perhaps could have gone for it with her left foot, would have given her a better angle.
Given away by Manchester United again, and Everton are up to the edge of the penalty area again. This is another opportunity. Square ball, shot comes in. It's straight at Fallon Tullis-Joyce, who makes the save. This time it's Tony Payne that gets the shot away. United playing with fire on the edge of their own penalty area. Not like so much opposition in recent games for United that have really struggled. Miyazawa through to Clinton. Clinton turns away from Healy Ladd. That's a lovely ball into the channel from Jade Riviere, picked up brilliantly by BZ, dropped off to Turlin on the edge of the penalty area. Digs the shot out, but just can't generate enough power from inside the D to beat Courtney Brosnan.
Yeah, a lovely ball played inside.
This ball forward from Manchester United is just a little too straight. I think it was initially intended to be bent into the path of Leah Galton out on the left-hand side, but went straight on instead of curling away. Forward by Everton, down this left-hand side. Holmgaard looks to get the cross in. It's cleared away.
It's good defending in the end. Tried the early ball. Tissier was there.
As the ball delivered from the left-hand side into the penalty area. Chance at the back post. Shot comes in. Brilliant stop. Fallon Tullis-Joyce gets a massive hand to that, and a crucial intervention from Manchester United stopper.
Important. It was important because there were players queued up behind in blue shirts ready to just pop that into an unguarded net.
Grace Clinton, who scored that absolute wonder goal against Aston Villa last time out. Less said about whether or not it was a foul in the build-up, the better.
I was going to say it was a tremendous finish, but she shouldn't really be able to do it.
Anna Sandberg has been fouled here, and it is going to be a free kick to Manchester United out on that left-hand side. No question about that one. And a yellow card too for Heather Payne, I think. Ella Toon standing over a left-wing free kick for Manchester United. Anna Sandberg there as well, so it'll be the right foot of Toon or the left foot of Sandberg. It's the right foot of Toon who drives it into the box. It's been missed, it's bouncing around, it's turned home. Dominique Janssen, right place, right time, but it is a terrible error from Courtney Brosnan, who goes up to catch it, slips between her hands, and as it bounces around in the 6-yard box, Dominique Janssen lashes home for the Reds.
Yeah, you were talking about the breaks in play that we've had and not going to sleep, and Dominique Janssen makes sure that she stays alert. Yes, Courtney Brosnan doesn't cover herself in glory. It was a relatively simple catch with nobody really challenging her, and then just trying to see on the line, I think it was Fernandez, that when the ball bounces, she inexplicably tries to sort of take a touch instead of just putting a foot through it, and it inadvertently just sets Dominique Janssen up for her to stroke the ball into an unguarded goal.
Miyazawa wins Grace Clinton. Clinton's done really well to win possession there for the Reds in midfield. Miyazawa, we say it every week, but a really technically gifted footballer, Hinata Miyazawa, finds a lovely pass down the right-hand side for Grace Clinton. Clinton, Bizet, Riviere. Jade Riviere wants to try and thread that pass through. You can see what she was aiming for, but there was no movement in the penalty area for her to be able to do that. Toon, Sandberg. Sandberg charging towards the byline here, chops back, picks out Leah Galton, who's got time to measure the cross into the penalty area, floated but headed away by Wheeler, won back by Riviere, braving that challenge against Van Havermaet. Miyazawa finds Turland in the penalty area. Courtney Brosnan quickly off a line, snuffs out the danger.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why Miyazawa didn't have a go herself. She created the angle for a strike with her left foot. I don't know whether the pass actually caught Elizabeth Turland by surprise.
It's actually a really clever pull through.
It was.
Miyazawa.
Yeah, she was caught on her heels, wasn't she? Which allowed Brosnan to come out and gather. Oh,
given away again inside the penalty area. Chance here for Grace Clinton, who maybe just rushes that ever so slightly. Felt she was being closed down, got the right-footed shot away after it was gifted to her on the penalty spot, drags it wide.
yeah.
It's a good press again from United, isn't it? That'll be the target here for Mark Skinner's side. Try and close down that goal difference gap to Arsenal. 7 goals the difference at the moment. Maybe this is the opportunity as Turland finds Galton. Galton into the penalty area, checks back. Manchester United have got numbers forward. Ella Toon, edge of the D, sends it across to Jade Riviere, stands up the cross first time, brought down in the penalty area, smashed goalwards by Celine Bizet, and a decent stop down sharply to her right from Courtney Brosnan.
Yeah, it's a good move, and again we see that Jade Riviere, the weight of the pass just enables her to be able to play this in first time. And miscontrol by Grace Clinton just allows Bizet to volley. It was a decent save, maybe a little bit more power.
I'm going to say Grace Clinton does that on purpose. I think she set that up. Maya Letitia drives one from distance, hits the crossbar. What an effort that is from the Manchester United captain. Unleashes a rocket that rattles off the crossbar and behind.
It's a terrific strike, isn't it? And with this wind as well, that is up the backs of the Manchester United players, he took advantage of that. It's a hell of a hit from Maya Letitia. Nobody goes to close her down, moving all over the place.
Still we play. Jade Riviere wriggles free of the challenge. Maya Letitia is bundled over by Kelly Gargo, and eventually the referee does bring the opening 45 minutes to a close. Manchester United having life made difficult for them by Everton in the early stages. Eventually it was a free kick from Ella Toon, swung into the penalty area, that was missed by Courtney Brosnan. Between her hands it went, and Dominique Janssen reacting fastest in the penalty area to lash home to give Manchester United a 1-0 lead. So at the break, Manchester United, maybe not the greatest performance, but they lead by a goal to nil. We are underway in the second period with United leading by a goal to nil. Thank you to a brilliant finish from Dominique Janssen, who reacted fastest in the penalty area following that error from Courtney Brosnan. Early ball into the penalty area from Everton is collected by Fallon Tullis-Joyce, who was being helped out by a good bit of blocking from Maya Letitia. What do you think Mark Skinner will have said to his side at the break, Ben, in terms of how they go about this second period?
I think he'll want them to be a little bit more dynamic, a bit more accurate with the passing, with the final ball. Not a bad start.
Yeah, and it's Leah Galton into the penalty area. Can she get the ball across? Does brilliantly. Almost met by Elizabeth Turland. Couldn't quite get the shot away, maybe just nudged off balance inside that penalty area, and it's clear. Now down the left-hand side for Toon to chase. Toon collects, finds Sandberg, gives it back to Ella Toon. Ella Toon with a bit of room, thinks about the right-footed cross, then decides against it, then slides it across the edge of the penalty area. Miyazawa collects. Turland, Miyazawa into the penalty area now, and Leah Galton goes on her left foot, then chops it back. Chancey, oh, it's a great finish. Grace Clinton somehow smuggles it into the back of the net. It's a brilliant little flick finish from Manchester United's number 8, and they've doubled their lead. Manchester United 2, Everton 0.
Yeah, really good goal. And I think that's probably coming off the back of whatever Mark Skinner had said at half-time, that yes, they were a goal to the good, but the football hadn't been as enterprising as we'd seen for most of this season. Just that little injection of pace. Miyazawa, clever little ball into the area, and then squaring the defender up, Leah Galton, and just using her pace and using that exquisite left foot that she's got to find Grace Clinton, and she just flicks it into the net.
Jade Riviere down the right hand side to find Malar. Infield to Miyazawa. Lovely footwork from Hinata Miyazawa to keep herself clear of Tony Payne. Janssen driving run forward up to the edge of the penalty area, has a go from distance too, but just gets underneath it and lifts it over the top.
Didn't really steady herself, but the gap was there for her to run into. Didn't quite have the same outcome as a centre-back partner when she had a goal at the end of the first half. Maya Letitia
That's a great ball into the box. Real chance here for Grace Clinton, who just lifts the ball over the top. Needed drilling low and back across goal, and Clinton's just lifted it up and over the bar.
Yeah, she's finding some joy down that right-hand side. She did have a look at the two players at the back post and chose to ignore them. You just won't want to see them concede now. Make it a very sort of hairy 10 minutes.
It was lifted towards the back post by Everton. Cargo was in there trying to make life difficult, but United do get it away. Back down the left though, Everton do get this one all the way across the penalty area. It's not going to be kept in by anybody. It's going to go out for a goal kick.
It's a great ball, I have to say. Drilled right the way across that 6-yard box.
Bit of a teaser. Yeah, it is a good ball, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just needed somebody to gamble.
It's a really good ball.
Not an awful lot to aim at in the penalty area, to be fair. Manchester United have converted, and this is unbelievable, 40% of their shots on target in the Women's Super League this season. It's an unbelievable percentage when I tell you the difference between them and Everton. Hang on a second though, because Ella Toons brought this down on the edge of the penalty area, volleys it towards goal, just cuts across it. I don't know whether she was having a go at goal or whether she was trying to find Elizabeth Turlin, but it ends up wide of the mark.
I think the temptation probably might have been when that dropped out the sky for her to lash it first time, but she gets it under control, evades the tackle Van Havermaet and doesn't catch it, does she?
Barada watching on. There's a big coat on. It is chilly when you're not in the sunshine. At Lee, it's a good ball out for Manchester United, and Aoife Mannion has started Manchester United moving here. Going to get a ball into the penalty area too. Rachel Williams brings it down inside the box. Melvin Mallard with the effort, loose inside the penalty area and cleared away. It was set up brilliantly by Rachel Williams, and Melvin Mallard's effort straight at Courtney Brosnan.
Yeah, straight in. Munchie for Mannion's a great ball, and taken down by Rachel Williams right into the path. If she just aims for the left-hand post, I think she scores, doesn't she, Melvin Mallard?
Either way, I think.
Yeah.
Mallard attacking the box now. One way, then the other. Looks to get to the byline, leaves this for Sandberg. Ball back to Simeo Wujo. Sandberg looks to get the cross in. It is blocked and cleared away by Everton. And back by Miyazawa though, finds Wujo edge of the penalty area. Mallard with a lovely turn in the box, but ricochets off a couple of shins and eventually is just launched clear. We have played the 4 minutes of time added on, plus another 30 seconds, and this will be game over, I think, Ben.
Yeah, it will be. Solid second half performance. The second goal just gave them that cushion, didn't it?
A good win for Mark Skinner's side, a 2-0 victory against Everton as the full-time whistle goes. Dominique Janssen opening the scoring for the Reds. The free kick from Ella Toons spilled by Courtney Brosnan right between her gloves, and Dominique Janssen reacting faster than anybody else. Grace Clinton was on the score sheet early in the second half. A lovely cross from the left-hand side that came in from Leah Galton, drilled across the penalty area, and a flicked finish from Grace Clinton to give Manchester United 2 goals and all 3 points in their race for Champions League football at the top of the WSL table. Full time, Manchester United 2, Everton 0.